Water is essential to life. How long are you going to go without a drink? In the driest state, in the driest inhabited continent, we all have a role to play in sustainably managing our water now and into the future. If I had all the world's water in a big bottle, only about a teaspoon's worth would be good for us to use in fresh water. Hi, I'm Mac, and I'm coming to you today from the beautiful First Creek Wetland in the Adelaide Botanic Garden on traditional Kaurna land. And today we'll be talking about how this landscape functions, how we look at water quality, and some of our beautiful little critters in their habitat. Let's go. I wanted to talk to you first about how water connects a landscape. Here in the wetlands, we are getting water from the First Creek catchment, which travels from our Adelaide Hills and eastern suburbs all the way down through, and that picks up a few desirable and some undesirable things as it goes, before coming through our gardens and coming out at the Torrens and then heading out towards Henley Beach. So the hills connecting to the coast, but on the way we need to pick up a little bit of that water for our manufactured landscape. This wasn't here 10 years ago. Wetlands help to reduce the action of flooding and erosion on the landscape. The plants themselves can help the rate of water to decrease, slowing it down and therefore affecting erosion and lessening that. Wetlands can also recharge groundwater, and here in the gardens we're hoping to do a little bit of the same. They can store carbon, where up to 1/3 of the world's carbon is stored in wetlands and similar landscapes to them. And wetlands have many important uses for Aboriginal peoples, including being a source of food, clean water, materials, and many traditions. Our water coming through is a balance of rainfall, runoff from higher up in the catchment, where we're picking up things from the roads, the roofs, lots of nasties, but lots of good stuff too. And of course, evaporation happens here as well. In terms of water quality, wetlands feature many types of landscapes and landforms, including billabongs, mangroves, and of course these wetlands here. Here we've got the leafy twig sedge, and in its shape you can see it's quite tall, almost like a spear or a lance, and that's really important for wetlands plants and how they adapt, because there's varying water levels. They can be higher or lower, and this helps them stay rooted and stay able to pollinate and to do what they need to do to survive. Interestingly, in here as well, we have a Myriophyllum, which is a oxygenator, and what it does is it helps to keep these plants alive. But interestingly, and you can spot it here, it's begun to spread, and there is always competition at play in wetlands. Amazing to see. Down at their roots and where they go into the water and grow in that water, there is usually a layer of bacteria and algae called biofilm, and that is an amazing filter for pollutants, viruses, heavy metals. As the water passes through, it slows down, and these rushes and sedges do some amazing work. In the wetlands, you can find a huge collection of creatures. Biodiversity is key to wetlands, and here in the Adelaide Botanic Garden wetlands, we have the banjo frog, we call it the pobblebonk. We have turtles, we have plovers, we have ducks, we have Australian reed warblers. Again, biodiversity is key, and it shows that the wetland is healthy and supporting those creatures that need it. Wetlands are a beautiful landscape, teeming with biodiversity. They perform functions for the surrounding landscape. They improve water quality, and they provide habitat for all the beautiful creatures we can find there. They are in a vulnerable state, and we need to know how to protect them, because otherwise, if we don't, who will? I do hope you can come and join us here at the Adelaide Botanic Garden First Creek Wetland for a beautiful day out.